Hello, and welcome back to more Psychonauts 2. I'm just gonna cut them off now because this is all commentary we already heard before
Don't sneak up on me like that.
in the last video.
Listen, do me a favor and run up to
So
the shop.
last time we
I need my.
we went inside her brain and may or may not have turned her into a gambling
I left them
addict.
on my seat, I think. You wanted to
So
be
that's
on a
fun.
mission. Now here's your first objective.
To be
That's my
fair,
dowsing
it's like
Okay, but
only
hurry.
slightly
Our window of
our
opportunity
fault
is
because
closing.
we just said risk
All right, I'll be right back.
to money. She changed her mind to be different, to do a lot more things, rather. It's only partially our fault.
No,
She's the one who
I just
changed
don't know
her
how they
mind.
really explain. Just because, again, like we said before, they only really do it the one time and they don't really tell us about it again.
I don't see any dowsing goggles anywhere. I mean, to be fair, I have no idea what they look like. I've actually never even heard of dowsing.
You've never played
I'll
Skyward
be
Sword?
back.
Agent Forsyth, where are you going?
And now she's running off. Perfect. And she's on
Can you
security
hear me
cameras in a
again?
place that she's not allowed to go in.
Rasputin, is that you?
Hi, yes.
Mia? Sasha? Agent Forsyth is missing, but don't worry. I'll find
You alive?
Hurry, Rasputin. We're in big trouble here.
Well,
Your internet is shitting itself.
oh, well, what else is new?
I'm on it.
Thankfully, it's
Sure.
still cut. Well, never mind.
Also, I
Say
know-
still cutscenes.
Also, I know you made a reference to Skyward Sword when they mentioned dowsing, but I will say
Hollis must have some way to hide it.
dowsing is an actual thing in real life. I don't think it works, but it's a thing.
Weak psychic activity detected.
Weak?
I mean, when I hear the word, first thing I think of, and I'm sure a lot of people think of Skyward Sword.
Maybe gamers. I mean, I too think of it, but I can also see the argument of other people actually thinking about the literal dowsing,
Hollis, wait!
which, for the record, assuming you can hear me fine, right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Well, I could. I guess she went quiet. Or net died. Whatever happened first. Ah. I can see my net speed. It says it's fine.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux. Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets.
Oh,
Don't worry, Agent
gameplay time?
I can
My favorite
fix this.
part is that your net was not this bad before we started. Like, literally the moment you started recording, your net was like, actually just no.
I mean, it does the same thing whenever I stream. Like I actively wait for my internet to be good before I start streaming, and then the moment I hit the stream button is when it dies.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because you're using your upload speed, but it shouldn't be this bad.
I mean, to be fair, like my upload speed is atrocious.
Yeah, but
So-
it's like when you start streaming, it shouldn't like essentially make your internet not work, especially when you're streaming at a definitely low bit rate.
Believe you me, I would be streaming lower if I could, but Discord keeps increasing the minimum.
It's not so bad.
But to slightly just go back to that dowsing topic real quick, I do want to mention it is a concept that is associated with psychics. So, yeah. Surprisingly, they are keeping, or not surprisingly, I guess unsurprisingly, they are keeping the psychic motif still going when it comes to random concepts in the game. Because there are people that are essentially psychics that say, oh yeah, I can find the location of water through dowsing, which obviously has been more or less proven to be complete and utter BS. But yeah, it is a
just psychics
it is
in
a
general.
trait
Just saying.
associated with psychics. Yeah, it's a trait associated with psychics. Well, it depends, because people don't know this on this channel, but we've spoken to a psychic, I've spoken to a psychic at least. I have a friend who's a psychic, and he straight up tells people all those scams that are associated with psychics are obviously just that, scams. So, and I'm glad that he does that because, you know, it's like psychics have such a bad rep when it comes to,
I don't like this
you know, all this like
one hand that's kind of appreciable, but the other hand, like, well, what even is the job then? Like, can you even call yourself a psychic at that point?
Well, it's not. I don't know how the readings go in detail. That'd be a question more to ask him. But he has straight up. People have straight up come in.
Oh no!
Thinking he will tell you miracles, like, oh yeah, you know, like, you know how people are like, oh, I can talk to your loved one and this and that, you know, those kind of scams, right?
Who am I kidding?
He's said people have gone in asking for those like things, and he has straight up told them that it's fake. And if you came here for that, then you came here for the wrong reason, because I'm not giving you fake info.
Another figment, heavy sensor. Crushes thoughts that don't belong. Yeah, these guys run the original game, which is a lot beefier.
They actually no, never mind. They also introduced them early. This is literally like the second major level.
Throw things. Oh, whatever. There.
Science?
Yes. I can feel my mortal enemy in this game.
I'm getting upset
striking
now.
where I can't tell where the figments are and what's just neon.
It has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting upset at... What?
Yes?
Chocolate! They're selling chocolate! Hello? Can I be heard again?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was
Audio
never
is
able to
stable
not
in the
hear
game.
you.
Oh, jeez. I was getting... so you heard me say I'm getting frustrated, right?
Yes. Like I said, you never disconnected for me. Seems like it was a one-sided.
Yeah, I'm getting frustrated at the fact... I'm getting frustrated at the fact that your net is going all over the place right now. Assuming you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
I can't see your game. I can't understand you. Well, I can see your game.
Well,
it just lags a lot.
Doesn't-
So yeah, like your game is lagging a lot. I can't understand you. I don't know what's happening. At least you can hear me. I'll just say random things.
Words?
I like potatoes, but not potato salad. But I do like the word potato salad. Welcome to Riveting Commentary.
Yes, indeed. We may or may not have the slight idea of what we're talking about.
Thanks, Internet.
Yep. This has been a problem for me for a very large portion of my life, and I do not see it going away anytime soon, unfortunately. There are more figments around.
So
There's
bad.
one. Zones, that's really easy for me to miss figments, especially since Yogi apparently can't see what I'm doing. I've got to do it all myself.
Dude, it sucks because there's something of utmost importance that I need to mention. It's not going to be for a while. Hell, it's probably not even going to be in this part. But I feel like your internet's going to not allow me to just tell you what I want to tell you.
Is there go in the building?
New player, everybody. Deal him in, stat.
Can I be heard again?
Yeah. Once again, I've been able to hear you this entire time.
Come on. time you live.
Until now.
Okay, well, assuming that you can hear me this entire time, I'll just go ahead and say the thing that I'm going to,
Let's go
or that I've been wanting to regarding this level. You probably, if you've 100%.
There he goes. Well, okay.
Infection?
Ah, dang it.
I'm so sorry, Doctor.
Ah, well,
So I'm
it
not
can't
locked
be
in
helped.
this time.
Patients are just bad.
Yeah, last time we did this, like, it was being railroaded, but
I
whatever.
don't like the look of these.
Well,
Yeah,
here I
they
go.
are salvageable, but the rest? Should we fall?
Oh.
No, let's hold the 8 and the queen, and we'll pull for the inside straight.
Alright. Load in that. Okay. My Steam internet is doing some weird things right now.
They could have put in the Figment Finder! They could have done it! By all accounts, they could have fixed their wrongdoing.
Oh, hi, welcome back.
That's not good.
What?
You've been
I thought
gone for
you
like
said
the
you
last
could.
2 minutes.
Gosh darn it, I was going on a rant.
Oh no.
I mean, I got the important part about the Figment Finder.
Rasputin, what are you doing here?
Okay, well, did you hear the thing where I mentioned the two
Crash your
horrible figments that are in this stage?
Nope.
casino.
Not a word.
Oh, everyone's welcome.
Literally, you said, I'm going to start talking about something, and then immediately went quiet.
No, you
Nice.
just can't be up here because it's the high.
Well, I wanted to mention there are 2 figments in this stage that are completely evil, and probably the only 2 that I think are potentially, so far, very guide-worthy.
What the?
At least it's one that I felt like I didn't feel bad about using a guide for. Because for the most part, I tried to not use a guide for any of the figments in this game. But
Yeah, and like, for what it's worth,
I
like,
had to,
I still haven't
for-
found
for
any in this
some.
game that are anywhere near as bad as the first games. Like, there's none like that random one in Waterloo. They're just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, Rasputin.
yeah, that one's bad. Especially because it's just one. I do think the 2 that are explicitly hidden here are pretty bad. They're not as close, because if you're really astute with how you investigate levels, you can find
More
it.
than you got, kid.
But that's just the problem. You have to be really, like, looking all over the place for figments. I will...
In my opinion,
I don't think it's going to be in this part,
an emergency dose
because it's near the end of the stage,
$1
but by all accounts, I will tell you where they're at if you miss them, because they are so easy to miss. It's just 2. It is just 2 figments that are that bad. In this stage, that is.
I don't see myself
thank
getting through
God.
this whole stage in one part. Like, we're already 13, of course, minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when we I think it was the last part, I think I was the person that said this is likely going to be the first stage that isn't done in one part. And you concurred, because this is a long stage, so...
I think most stages are going to be
Do-
multi-part. It's just because how long they are.
Yeah, all the longer stages definitely are. So yeah, how many figments does this stage have again?
106,
which is for a long stage. That is actually surprisingly low.
Yeah, it really is, because most long stages have like well over 200.
Looks like it's all luck.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
It takes skill to do it and avoid a serious head injury.
I think every long stage after this one is going to have 200. I will say though,
Oh, it's time to gamble.
very much
Gambling. Yes.
very much enjoy this concept, this stage.
Oh,
concept.
absolutely. Like it's a really sick of a burden. That's kind of exactly why I like it, though, by being honest. And definitely not just because I'm obsessed with gambling in games, as we've established.
We don't have problems. You do.
There's a figment over here. I need the figment. No! Figment! Figment! Well, can't even get that figment. Can I at least get the... No!
So I actually have a question regarding figments in this section, if you can even answer them. What the hell happens if you don't get all the figments?
The Sore Losers Club is
in
don't
this
know.
pachinko machine. Spoiler alert: you won't be able to go into that pachinko machine after a while,
What are you
or
two doing?
whatever you'd call it.
You think we're going to let you go alone and get all the extra credit?
I would
I
assume they get
don't know,
plastered
I'm
maybe
just-
around this area,
Well,
because
stay
yeah,
away
as
from
soon
this
as you
gate.
beat this level,
There's
you
only
never have
one
to do
spot
that
on the
gimmick
road that
again.
lays out, and it's totally blocked.
Yep,
It's
I don't know either.
apart.
I
Well,
figured you were like me. You
yeah.
grabbed them all in there.
Place.
First
yeah,
time.
I'll do it here too,
bet I
just
could.
as a safety.
Morris?
Get them all.
Norma?
You should, because yeah, I have no idea
Bye
where
bye.
those
Hi,
things go.
Tentacle.
Up, man! You'll never win by quitting!
Yeah, it's all just a matter of betting on the right color.
You know what my favorite part about this stage is too, outside of our outside of just the gambling and our gambling enjoyment and all that sort of stuff. I love the fact that they're literally all rigged to make you
I'll
lose.
just
Absolutely.
No, at the game.
Like my
And
God,
I
I've
think you
seen
need
this
to
kind of
all-
gimmick in plenty of other games at this point. Like Persona 5 is a big one that did that. But
Nervous?
Really?
still,
This game I still need to
Sometimes
play.
you need to swallow your feelings to get through life.
I mean, Cage 3 taking up all your stream time. I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah. Come on.
I want
Man,
Figment. Fine, I have to give up on it
this-
this time.
This thing I'm doing on the side is driving me through the wall.
We can at least get this one.
No!
Yes!
It's okay, because you can, in theory, just do this as much as you want.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
Until
I'm
you
already
get
on my
all the
second
pigments.
defense.
Yeah, like you can just keep going, because that's what I did too. I am genuinely curious. Maybe if my second playthrough of this game, which I'll inevitably do, I'll give that a test if I can remember. 'Cause it's probably going to be a long time down the road. Not that the
Yeah,
game
like,
isn't worth playing a second time. It's just
It's just
I
that
don't.
You don't
want
to play it twice after, especially because you just played the first game before it too.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
I
probably
still
second on
technically,
stealth for now.
at the time of us recording this, I still haven't finished the game, and I'm very close to the end according to you. So.
Well, yeah, but you know, you'd rather play Spyro 1 for the 7 millionth time this week.
To be fair, I'm a speedrunner of that game, so I have a slight excuse there, I guess.
Amateur speedrunner. I'll still give you it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my any percent time is actually pretty good. But my 120 time, which I've been doing lately,
Okay, that
is
looks like a Figment. Why is it not a Figment?
impressive. Good question. There's a few levels that do that exact same thing. Pretty sure
I think
you
I got
can
them
think
all,
of
but I'm
one
gonna
level.
go in again just to be safe.
It's probably one level that you and me both could think of that we probably thought, like, why isn't that a Figment?
I mean, that right there is probably my number one, but like it looks exactly like a Figment.
This stage and one other stage are particularly bad, and I think it's just because there's so many lights and all that stuff, happening. So it's a bit easier, I guess, to make the mistake.
Okay, now I don't. Oh wait, no, there's one. Over where? Can I even get down there? I might have to come back to that one.
I mean, hell, maybe you'll end up missing one in that anyways, and it'll just plop out somewhere after you beat the stage. It's very weird how a lot of these stages still work. Though, to be fair, you could say the exact same thing about Psychonauts 1. Like, how does stages like Waterloo still exist despite the fact that you made the guy sane again? Honestly, anybody in the asylum.
Yeah, no, like I think more like
Except for
Milkman is probably the one that makes the least sense. Like the entire level is based on looking for the Milkman. You found the Milkman. It should not exist anymore.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, his brain is still, like, jacked until, what's it called? Basically until the way into the game.
True.
Sounds like you've got
Because that's when he's like, y'all want to go order a cab?
To the colors. Let the rainbow of lights lead you to the pot of gold.
My favorite part about Boyd, for the record, like, his character is the fact that, like, everyone knows him, too. after, like after the like not after what's the words that I'm thinking of? Like everyone knows who he is. Oh yeah, after you beat the game, everyone knows who he is.
Path to enlightenment is not straight and simple.
You know I have to
That's
do all
the
these
one.
combinations, right?
Yeah, well luckily here there's not a lot, so
Maybe I should just give up. Smart people don't try.
also thank God your internet's finally like
When I die, I'll know
for the
all
most part
answers.
cooperating right now. That first like 10 minutes was
Should have finished my
brutal.
degree.
I just think there are
At least for me. I hope it at least picked up me saying random things
Some of them.
more often than not.
Seriously, Raz is talking even more here than he did last time.
Yeah, that's the thing that infuriates me about this game. Again, I mentioned this before, and this is a modern game problem and not inherently a Psychonauts problem. But yeah, no, it doesn't make it any less irritating to me, unfortunately.
Like, I've tried to get this one combination for like the last 2 minutes, and Raz keeps cutting her off.
Wait, no, that's stupid. If that were true, there would
Maybe
be
down the
a
road they'll add, maybe they at the very least add an option to make him not point out the obvious. Or maybe because I doubt making him just say the line once. Like I feel like that's maybe too much of something to ask for. But by all accounts, I should be able to, like, you know, after I hear the line, again, this is the problem with most games. After I hear the line once, like, I get it for the most part.
Like, absolutely, like.
I feel like I just went colorblind.
Maybe if this was a more, like, brain-taxing game, like an actual puzzle game, I would, like, I wouldn't mind it nearly as much, maybe, but given how it's not particularly brain-taxing at any given moments, it can get a little annoying.
Yeah, no, because, like, you're gonna know what to do immediately.
Yeah. And plus, even if you don't, after, like, the second or third line, Raz literally spells it out.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
hate making decisions.
Like, just look at the last part. Remember how he was straight up saying, huh, what if I make her think that, like, risk and money, and the subtitles even had them all capped out.
Whoever painted
Oh, yeah.
this room is a genius.
Okay, so what was he supposed to do? I think I've done. Oh, there it is. Let's see, I think I've done all the combinations at this point.
Decisions, but making the right one.
These ones aren't really a puzzle, if I remember correctly. These ones are, like, for the most part, rather set in stone. Or these ones actually, rather I should say, these ones are way more obvious. Because I feel like the other one, like the one in the classroom level, Hollis's classroom, I feel like that stage had it the hardest when it came to potential combinations that could work. This one, it's like, oh, just do the smart options. There's like one smart option, and there's 3 dumb options, and then like one option that's clearly fits this situation.
Oh, that was the correct option. Well, whatever.
Quit. If it's the right thing to do at the moment.
Moderation. Isn't that a novel concept? Moderation. Now that's the real...
You know what?
Fortunately, you cannot combo moderation with anything because of where it's located.
And when to stop.
Your internet's being stupid again.
No.
For the record.
Swallowing your feelings.
It's done that for more of this video than it
Sucks,
hasn't.
I was gonna ask you a question, but
Things anyway.
Even though making new connections...
what, your internet?
Yes.
I think making
It's had like maybe
Yeah, I
5
know.
minutes of being functional.
Well, seems to for now be stable. So I guess I'll ask my question, so you can answer it before I what's it called? Before everything breaks. I think you have to shoot it.
I wonder if I could blast
Do you shoot the ground?
Anyways, what is your opinion overall on this level?
I like it more or less, yeah. Like, it's as the first like proper level, I think does a good job. Although, as we kind of already gone over, I wish Raz was a bit less of a chatterbox.
Yeah, But to be frank, that's a problem he has throughout the entire game. It's not, unfortunately, it's not inherently an issue in this level only.
It's just really noticeable here.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, the problem why it's so noticeable here is because this is a game where, generally speaking, you want to hear all the dialogue.
Exactly.
You want to hear all this stuff. And that's what makes it frustrating, because I feel like if you were just playing this game, you didn't care about any of the side dialogue, any of that, which, for the record, if you're doing that, why are you playing this game? And second of all...
To be fair, like, it is still like a totally competent platformer, so I can somewhat understand it. Like, yes, you're missing out on a large chunk of the game.
You're missing out on a lot of the fun and appeal, in my opinion, at least. But anyways, shoot, what was I gonna say? Yeah. If you were to like ignore it, he wouldn't talk as much, because I think everything's straightforward enough where you'd maybe hear the line once or twice, you know? So to give the game credit in that regard, I think it's fine. The only part where it kind of crumbles is the fact that this is a game that was definitely created with the intent of you listening to all the random like stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, you have to like Double Fine, like, their strength is in adventure games. They're used to writing like a lot of fluff text and that sort of thing. And it shows here.
Tim Schafer has literally made so many point-and-click games that he's just used to writing. He's just used to writing. So it kind of, like you said, it comes with the territory. And again, they have the freaking Portal 1 and 2 writer on this. He helped with the first Psychonauts 2.
Sort of. I'm not entirely sure. But
nope,
you haven't gone to the credits yet. He's not in the credits as a writer. He's not in there. It's just Tim Schafer.
So I've heard that, but at the same time, it was confirmed that he left Valve to go back to Double Fine to work on Psychonauts 2.
Maybe he came really late or something. It's like he's not in there.
That was back in 2017.
Then I don't know. Something happened between Double Fine and him, I guess.
Go on Wikipedia, actually, to see if they have...
Like, maybe he's under a special thanks or something. I skimmed through that part. But even if he is in special thanks, like, that's still, like, not co-writer anything.
Eric Wolpaw, let's see. It still says he left Valve in 2017 to write for Psychonauts 2. That it is what's it called? It is confirmed, and he never returned to Valve. He was contracted to write like Half-Life Alyx and stuff like that. So interesting.
Well, I mean, it's Valve. They don't really make games anymore, aside from Alyx, of course.
I need another.
Well, Alyx was a huge budgeted game. It was like their first proper game. He also worked on Artifact, but I don't think anybody cares enough to mention that game.
That's the card game, isn't it?
Yeah.
That game has writing?
Yeah. I guess lore and stuff like that.
Did I get it finally? Okay, there, finally. It took me like 10 attempts, but I got it.
That can't happen. How did you do that?
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, I guess.
Oh, you're going down all right. Once the boss finds out about this.
Let's see.
But you ain't taking me with you.
Try to look at some Wolpaw stuff. I'm curious to see if he is himself has potentially mentioned anything in regards to the writing in the game.
Whatever. Give me that gazillion.
Yay, you made money!
Ooh,
And
we're
probably
gazillionaires!
Actually, we're only gazillionaire. We are not plural gazillionaires yet.
Oh yeah, we are a gazillionaire.
One lucky card does not make three of a kind, sir.
Aww.
Okay. I got $1 gazillion.
One lucky card does not.
Yeah, I'm interested in what's going on behind this too. The last confirmed things he's done was everything is saying he in fact left Valve to go to in 2017.
I'm just gonna assume something happened behind the scenes that they don't want to talk about. It happens.
Yeah. There's a possibility he wrote things and he didn't want to be credited for something, like you said, behind the scenes.
it would be fun, but...
It's full of babies!
Well, I mean, it's the maternity ward. What did you think would happen?
I'm looking for a little luck here.
We have to have a baby.
Or you could just, like, have a happy life together.
Nah, never. Not in this casino!
Oops, looks like the house takes it this time.
This time? You mean every time?
It's so
Come on, love.
well done
Let's
on
try
them.
another number. We have to win eventually.
Well, this is obviously rigged, right?
Sorry, I'm being quiet. I can hear things. Your net is fine.
it's
I'm just
fine.
trying to figure out this
Okay.
Eric Woolpaw mystery.
No, it's fine. I get it.
Like babies.
Come on and do your best.
It seems like nobody seems to know, but everyone is like, yeah, he literally worked. He literally left.
Haven't hit the
What's it
$1
called?
number
The
yet?
like he left
This
Valve
isn't about-
to write for this game.
We're
You don't just
all
leave
so
Valve.
so
They still
rich.
pay good.
Yes, we
Yeah.
just want a child. More than
If
anything.
anything,
Rather,
they
you
probably
don't
pay
leave
better than
Valve.
double fuck.
Confounded house always
Yeah, like
wins.
you don't leave
I
Valve
hate
to
to
go
say this
work
out
on a
loud,
project, and
but
then apparently your project was
my
never there.
suspicions regarding the up and up
Or like you're not,
this
apparently you
lowdown
never
guy.
actually worked on it. So something funky must have happened. This is something I'm definitely gonna have to research in my own time because I'm very
Maybe you could
curious.
stand
I'm curious too, but it's like I keep saying, like it's probably behind the scenes stuff they don't want to talk about.
Spinning time.
Yeah, I wonder if I could just shoot him a message.
Like,
be like,
they'll probably tell us that like 10 years down the line when the wounds have healed a bit.
Oh, honey.
Even
yeah,
then
if
you
it's
don't
something
know.
bad. Yeah, assuming it's something bad. So, but yeah, no, you could probably. It's probably one of those things where you could probably also just email him on like LinkedIn or something, and he'd probably be willing to say, yeah, maybe I did a little bit, but yeah, there was something happened, therefore I. Yeah. Apparently, he's in the special thanks though of the game. He's just not under the writer section.
Well, if you did
Oh well,
now's
it's one of
your
these that I
chance
can't
to
use.
step
Lovely.
with Another bet.
No!
Well, I'm not ranked 30 yet, so no helping it.
Into fair duels.
Let's try it one last
Does
time.
anybody else need to talk to? Do I talk to you again?
Get that baby yet?
Oh, darling, is he trying to be cruel?
Yes, that is my entire purpose in life.
This system is rigged. Maybe I could help unrig it.
No, the system's not
Oh,
rigged. You just don't know how to gamble
You could
properly.
have all the money.
Yeah, you
Yes,
gotta play
we don't
again.
care about
Oh,
that.
if you're not putting
Because
more
we're
money
so
in it,
rich.
you're doing it wrong.
Yes, very wealthy. It's
Exactly.
true,
Also,
but
speaking of gambling,
poor
shoutouts for Pokemon being rated
Help us
18
win a
plus
baby,
in
and
Europe
you,
now.
Sir, can have the gazillion-dollar prize.
And
If they're
our
re-released,
eternal gratitude.
they're fine for now. But if they
technically,
come out
yes.
today. Yes, by technicality, they are fine as it stands.
Ask how much you
But the second Nintendo
But-
considers a re-release, which is
If they, yeah, if
it's very
if they want to
possible.
re-release it, yeah, if they want to re-release it, it is that. Oh, hey, look at there's those black, whatever the heck this stupid power is called that you can't connect to.
Yeah, I mentioned that a while ago.
What could I
I probably just couldn't see it. Defiance,
We can unrig
use
this
this.
thing, but you gotta believe it's possible first.
Defiance, useless.
Ah, no. This way I get the Figment any day now.
Eric Woolpaw confirms he didn't end up writing for Psychonauts 2 after all.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Well, okay, so what happened?
I will
Did you just have
tell
4
you in
years
a
where he didn't
second.
work?
Let me just make sure this tweet is correct. It is. Okay. So, somebody asked him on Twitter, hey, I was wondering, how much writing did you end up doing for Psychonauts 2? Couldn't help but notice only Tim's name is in the credits despite reports that you came back for it. And he responded with, none. Between the extended production schedule and the Microsoft buyout, and then me working on Alex for 18 months, our schedules never aligned.
Oh, well, okay. I guess that explains it.
So, it was all unfortunate timing.
Which, I mean, it does check out. Like, I definitely felt in playing this game, the writing feels a lot more like Realms of Ruin than it did the original Psychonauts.
Yeah, there's a few things that you can tell that doesn't have the same...
Like, it's definitely not... But, like, Tim Schafer's still a good writer. It's just... It's not the same writing.
Oh, yeah. You know, like, the thing with Eric Wolpall there, too, is if you've played Portal, then you know when it comes to...
Oh, you know, like, I had an unhealthy relationship with TF2 back in the day, and he did all the writing for that.
Yeah, so you know they're kind of, like, flat out, like, whatever humor, like, that he has and stuff like that. Like, kind of, like, not bland humor, but, like, I don't know what the right word is right now. Like, I can't figure out the right word, but yeah, no, it's something that's noticeable for sure. Yeah, makes sense. It's a shame. Oh, but I did not even know you could do that. I just shot those, I'll be completely honest. I mean, it makes sense, but I never thought about it. It's a shame he didn't help write the game, but, you know, I think the game isn't as better written as the first game, but it's not bad at all. So.
Yeah, it's like, it's not badly written at all.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't do that either. What the heck? What was I doing? I didn't struggle with this section. I just never thought about using the levitate or not levitation, telekinesis to toss the bulbs around.
You're like, you can dodge it. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Well,
what the...
except for that.
Huh. You know, I dodged it because I literally had no idea. It is interesting.
Then again, how do we know we can change things unless we...
Also, there's definitely one piece of writing that I can tell. I feel like Wolpall would have wouldn't really write. Now I'll tell you after the part because it's something for so much later.
Well, I guess miracles do happen.
You're
Ooh, I mean, they happen if you cheat.
Well, I'm dead.
Here,
That's
young
unfortunate.
man. I don't know what you did, but I'm a man of my word.
Yay! Now we're gazillionaires.
You're rich?
Woo!
Yes.
Objectively.
We don't like to talk about it.
Oh, look at our little jackpot.
Aww.
When does it start fulfilling all
Do we ever
our
see its face?
conditions?
I mean, we saw it for a brief moment.
I looked away for
Oh, it would
1
be so
second,
nice to have
and
a
I didn't
couple
see
of
it.
spare kidneys around the house.
I assume it was like a dice or something.
It's just a mental baby.
It's a heart.
Just a mental baby.
Oh.
If I'm remembering right. I don't know. I blink a lot.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Kind of. Ever so slightly, I saw it. Alright, we're a 2 gazillionaire. We're good enough, right?
I have
Listen.
$2 gazillion. Please put the 3rd gazillion on my room tab.
Sir, we are offended that you would imply that we would allow...
Okay, so if you're already... Okay, hear me out. You have 2 gazillion. You're a gazillionaire. Why do you need a 3rd at that point?
Once and for all. Sasha and me are in danger.
Unless minimum bet is 3 gazillion.
I have $2 gazillion.
Then, you know, that makes sense if it's... Is that like the lowest bet in high rolling? 3 gazillion?
I guess.
Also, I do want to mention my favorite part about what's it called? The last section you were in is the fact that literally, in theory, you could just sit there forever and become a gazillionaire.
Hey, it's great. We got a vault here. Breaking Doctopots.
Alright, she's messing with her mind like Raz
She's completely
did for
messing with his brain.
mind.
There's a race, plagiarism, golf, women, bad.
Women.
Okay, so I can see bad and plagiarism are connected. Golf and race are connected.
Race is connected to everything.
Yeah, it's like the only thing race isn't connected to is bad. Race is connected to women for some reason.
No, it's going past women, actually.
Oh. Yeah, now race is easily the biggest one there.
Good medicine. Oh, now he's just having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, now he's absolutely having a mental breakdown.
Now he's like us on a Saturday night.
Exactly. He's still
I wonder
crazy.
I wonder who she's calling in this situation.
I
Is
would
it the
assume he's
Psychonauts?
calling some kind of like legal authority, and then they contact Psychonauts.
Yeah, because she wasn't a part of the Psychonauts at the time, so it's
Nah.
not like she could call
Like,
them up.
like it, we don't really know in this world like how secretive the Psychonauts are. Like, are they a well-established force?
Yeah. She's like, help, please, my mentor is crazy. Okay, well, then he just comes floating down.
Yeah.
Truman just comes floating down. And then Truman's just like, I will clear your mind. Did he have to put a door on his
mind
nose?
was better before.
Honestly. We want you, Psychonauts.
Yeah, okay. That's the end of it.
I have to say, that's weird. Why would they be like, yeah, we want you after that? You would think it'd be more like, no, you need like rehabilitation, and then, or then we'll let you in. But no, they just let her in.
Well, she was able to break it in the first place.
Sure. I wish that these things would light up to being pink to signify that you got everything in them, like the maternity and stuff.
There's another one of these that you can. Okay, I think
It's
records.
records.
It's just a small one. I think I'm gonna
I don't
end it
think
after records.
Do you have the purse tag?
I grabbed
the purse
a
is to the
tag.
right.
Well, I'll run by and see. I grabbed a tag.
I feel like this
Nope.
you didn't get it yet. Yeah, I was gonna say I think this is one of the ones that you get later in the stage that you have to come back on second visit for. I think. I think that's the only thing here, but you should check just to be safe. Is there?
Okay,
There might be a
I have
nugget of-
3 of my 5 brains filled up at this point. Can you please get rid of the candy prompt?
I don't know
need
how
it.
to make that thing disappear.
Yeah, it's
and
so
I was
annoying.
very annoyed. I think there's a door behind that painting, or there a wall. The thing. I think you can even see it kind of. No, hold on. Burn the painting.
Oh,
I think
burn
there's
it.
an area behind there. If there's not, then who cares? Screw the art.
Oh, well, there is. Okay.
I knew it. I was like, I think there's something
I
behind
got an
there.
achievement too. Junior intern.
Junior intern. Forgetting to rank 10, I assume.
Probably.
I figured there was something there. I'm glad there was. I wanted to say it was like multiple things, and then I came to Nugget of Wisdom, but then I was like, didn't you already get both Nugget of Wisdoms? Then I remembered, no, you couldn't have. I'm thinking of the fact that you went through Hollis's classroom stage.
Yeah. But, all right, well, like I was saying a moment ago, I'm gonna call it here. I still have one of these left to do. It's cardiology, right? That I still have to do.
Yeah, and plus you have a fairly lengthy battle, and there's still a
Yeah.
fair amount of stuff. So, and story cutscenes. So,
Which are always important.
yes. Oh shoot. So we'll see you guys in the next part where we do cardiology and finish off fixing the mind that we broke.
Yes, slowly, very slowly. See y'all next time. All toasters toast toast.
Chicken tenders. Bye bye.